Yo, what's up? This is your boy Robert Millie coming straight out of the Medley Media Podcast, the dopest podcast in North Carolina. Yeah, I said it. The dopest podcast in North Carolina. And today we got my boy in the building, man. I've known you since you was a rapper. Well, you still rapping and
Yes.
everything, but man, you have grown into this mega entrepreneur
Oh man.
business part. Yo, everything, man. Like you need no introduction for real, man. My boy Mike Roach, man. What's good with you?
What's good, brother? Man, I appreciate you, brother. You know, that was beautiful, man. I appreciate you. Yes.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, since you're here, man, we're gonna go through your whole life story. First, like, where were you born and where you grew up?
Yeah, so I was born in Burlington, North Carolina.
Okay.
I was born in Burlington, North Carolina, off of Durham Street. If you know Burlington, you know where Durham Street is.
Yeah.
I was raised by my mother and father. My father left at 6 years old, but he was still in my life, and had a sister. And mother, was from Panama, Central America, and was trying to work her butt off to provide for us too. With the help from my father as well. I can't deny that he was there my whole life. So yeah,
Okay.
but from Burlington, North Carolina, man, and then I went to school out there. I graduated from there and learned how to rap, fight, dance, sing, everything. So shout out to Burlington, North Carolina, man. Beautiful small city.
Yeah.
Kind of like Asheboro.
Yeah, definitely. They call Burleson the Buck.
The Bucktown.
Yeah, the Buck Town.
Yes, sir. That's right.
And that's what's up. So take me through your childhood. I know you say you grew up in Burlington and everything, and I also saw that you grew up in Panama, right?
Yes.
Panama.
Yes.
What was Panama like?
I lived in Panama. Once I graduated high school, I just kind of wanted to revamp that. I wanted to. I've been there a lot when I was a kid, just to see my mama's land. But I wanted to actually live that. I wanted to see what her life was about. And I actually went through every emotion possible living there.
Fast.
I was living with my grandmother. Her feet this way, my feet this way. We would sleep in the same bed and try to figure out the process of a third world country,
Yeah, fast.
Actually seeing the value of the dollar,
Yeah.
Out there, I kind of lied to everybody. I said I was going to school, but really it was to pursue something that I loved, which was my first love, which is music, So I learned about reggaeton, dancehall, which is Jamaican oriented, and reggae, and would go to clubs and just freestyle outside drunk. Seeing if somebody would, but I would do it in English, and my words weren't making sense, but they thought it was hot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just the rhythm of my voice, and then I caught some people's attention, and it's like, well, one person had a studio, another person had a studio. Then I just started recording my first record out there ever in my life, and they saw something in me, and I knew that I had something, but I didn't know how to get to that point.
Yeah.
So kind of you just got to express yourself in front of people sometimes to make people believe, who this guy is,
For a fact. Yeah.
So I went out there and I was just, I struggled so much, man. I worked in call centers. I worked for hotels. Man, it's just ups and downs, man. It's a lot more to these 5 minutes I'm talking about it, but it's super deep, man. And one day I'll write a book about it to actually get all my thoughts together to make that moment be very powerful and make sense. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So, okay, for someone that hasn't been to Panama yet, what's the difference between living in Burlington and living in Panama?
Man, it's a huge difference. It's night and day.
Yeah.
It's night and day, brother. I mean, you got houses that they cut the water off, so you got to take a shower early in the morning at 6 a.m. If not, you have to use a bucket of water to take a shower. So if you wake up at say 7 o'clock, the water's already gone in certain parts. Of course, the wealthy always has their water, But like where my grandmother lives right now to this day, I was talking to her. I was like, now that I'm able to help out in some type of way, financially. I'm asking my mother, like, how can we help her well out with the water situation when she could take a shower any time of the day?
Yeah.
So you would need just a big extra tank on top with reserve water to help that situation out. But yeah, she likes getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning taking a shower, but I don't know. It's tough, Just that's just one point. You know, violence is bad too in certain areas.
Yeah.
I was robbed out there 3 times at gunpoint just walking in the wrong area.
Damn.
You know, one time I was working for my uncle, and he installed split unit air conditioners because that's how most of the houses are with air conditioners, right? You just drill a hole in the concrete and then put the line through and set the little split unit in, which a lot of recording studios have. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I worked for him, and the guy that I was with, I was like the chauffeur. And mind you, man, I never drove a stick shift before, let alone a van that had no power steering. So he just threw me in the van. I didn't know how, you know, the roads out there is different, the driving laws is different. But a lot of that stuff built me for who I am, man. My uncle threw me out there. I figured it out, you know. But long story short, with that story with the driving, the guy I was with wanted me to go to an area that I knew was very bad, right? And he said he had forgot something out there. And long story short, we busted a tire, right? They still like the we call them piederos, right? They steal the manhole tops and they sell the metal, but I didn't see it. So the van hit the hole, boom, blew the tires, and I was stuck in this area.
Damn.
So the first thing he says, man, take all your IDs and everything, put them up, hide them. And I was like, well, you know, what's going on? Man, 2 minutes later, I get robbed. Bad, man, bad.
Wow.
And then after that, the police wanted to take me to jail because I didn't have my passport on me.
Wow.
So it's crazy, man. But it's
Damn.
all corrupted, you know, like just like a lot of countries in the third world, you know.
Yeah.
Money talks. So
Yeah,
I could have
facts.
slid them like $20 and they would have let me go, but I didn't have $20.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I had to go sit in the cell until they're like, man, just let them go. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and that's crazy. Whenever me and my girl do traveling now, and we had went to Tulum, Mexico.
Yes.
And I did my research on it. I always do my research before, like I look at stories and, you know, people on YouTube and stuff. And almost every single story that somebody put on YouTube, other than the luxury shit, it was cops out there, you know, harassing people and robbing them, you know, because like when you fly when you fly into Cancun, you have to come to that airport and then drive to Tulum. So it's like an hour and some change. And everybody be saying like, yo, you got to make sure you get there early and get a flight that's early so you can, you know, drive in broad daylight down there. Because if you drive at night, police put up roadblocks and rob you and stuff. And it was all kind of stuff. Like we didn't have that problem because we did it during the day. But it's crazy like that you say that and that, you know, people will rob you and, you know, if you just slip them $20, $40, whatever, they'll leave you alone. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that happens a lot in those type of countries, man. And don't get it twisted, man. Panama is a very beautiful place.
Yeah,
especially if you got money to travel, man. Like you can stay in the nicest hotels for you know, good price. But it was just the fact that I was starting from zero and didn't have I didn't have much knowledge of what I was getting myself into, and I guess I just wanted to become an actual citizen and feel how they live.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I didn't know. I didn't
definitely.
think of that at the time, but now that I think about it, you know, that's what it was. It made me feel like, hey, I'm a part of this country. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
and I'm gonna live by the rules of this country
That's a fact.
and adapt. So that's what it did, man. I lived out there for about 3 years, and it was tough, but it was beautiful. Like I said, man. Shout out to my family out there right now, man. They living, man, and yeah, man. Now you have me thinking a lot that has happened, you know, to see if I could bring something up, but
Yeah. So your entire family's out there?
my mom's side, yeah.
Your mom's side.
Well,
okay.
she has 3 sisters out here.
Okay.
That decided to move out here and start a life. They've been here for 30 years too, like my mom.
Okay.
But grandmother's definitely out there. Another aunt's out there. All my grandmother's sisters, brothers is out there. Family's big, man, very big.
Yeah. So what's stopping them from moving out this way? If they just adapt to? Or,
they're happy where they are.
I feel you.
That's home to them. That's like home. This is home to me.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to understand, like my grandmother. I could, you know, or the family could afford to put her in a nice apartment with a maid and everything, but she doesn't want that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful that I'm fortunate enough to to be able to offer that, and I offered that to her,
Mm-hmm.
you know, for her living situation. She said, "No, this is my home. My mother gave me this home. I'm staying in this home."
I understand that.
You know, and that's how the elderly people are, or people just like, you know, I'm the type of person at a young age, of course, let's move somewhere. But once you adapt to a certain lifestyle and you're happy and you're comfortable the way you live, I mean, people with no money are very happy out there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know, over here it's work. I figure out ideas how to get there, and then people just get stuck here too. You know, like just getting comfortable. Oh, the government's helping me with this, so let's do this. You know,
Yeah.
they're just comfortable how they live.
And sometimes that's the worst thing that you could do is get comfortable with something.
Yeah, I mean that's why obesity is crazy out here, right?
Facts. Yeah.
And you know, and people are very judgmental out here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but this still is the greatest country in the world.
Oh yeah, for a fact.
You know, you go travel somewhere and you can't wait to be back home sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Like, dang, man, I'm glad to be back home. Even going through the airports of other countries, you're like, man, this is crazy. But you know, as soon as you land in Miami or you land in New York or something, you home, they tell you welcome back.
Yeah.
Mr. Medley or Mr. Roach, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, dang,
definitely.
I'm back home.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
It's
facts.
a different feeling.
It definitely is. Definitely is.
So
all right. Now getting into your music.
Yes.
I was introduced to you when I first started doing videography, and this is probably like 12, 13 years ago. It was two YouTube videos that I saw. It was Her Style, which was the first one, which I loved that one. And it was another one that, no, actually it was 3. It was Her Style, and then one that you did over a Biggie beat.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And then Porno Music.
Yeah.
Those were the 3 that I listened to, and I was like, damn, like this dude's and plus I kind of knew Raphael, you know, when he was crying, you know what I'm saying? So I kind of knew him. So when you being featured on that song, I definitely listened to it.
Yes.
But how did you get started into music, you know what I'm saying, from there, you know what I'm saying?
So I eventually moved back to the United States. I moved back to North Carolina. I believe it was 2011. And I knew the path that I had to do.
Yeah.
Right. I knew from Panama, I learned if I had the money, I could.
Yeah.
Just from what I saw out there. Now they are advanced in music, but they're just stuck in the same place because of the funds.
Yeah, facts.
You know, if they had the funds, they'll take off. I mean,
Yeah.
I think you know, quote me if I'm wrong, people watching, but I'm 99% sure that Panama created reggaeton.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yes,
Okay.
and I believe Puerto Ricans could say the same.
Okay.
So they're advanced as far as music. You know, as far as their type of music.
Yeah.
So with that mindset, I came back to the United States, and I was watching. I was in the studio in Panama, and I was watching this kid named Shom from Charlotte.
Sean.
And I saw his videos were amazing. They were like that Wiz Khalifa street easy, you know, type of video. You just walking down the street, but the imagery is beautiful. It looks urban, you know. And this guy named Devin Johnson, shot by DJ.
Yeah, shot by DJ.
Yeah, shot his video. So I don't know if I can't remember if I reached out to Sean or if I reached out to Devin Johnson immediately after that. But I kind of told him, like, hey, I'm going to be back. You know, I would love to work with you. And I kind of found out the price of the video at the time, which I believe was like $350. So I knew if I had that quality coming back as a start, because Burlington, North Carolina wasn't on that quality.
Yeah, definitely.
I could say I think I was one of the first ones to be on that quality wave, and Ralph Randolph could tell you that, you know what I mean? And everybody started getting on Devin Johnson because he had that quality at one point.
Yeah, definitely.
So I knew that if I came with that quality, you know, I would say something out there to North Carolina in general. And that's what I've always been about, man. I've always been about quality, like being the best to do it this way, that my ability to do it, you know.
Yeah.
And I knew that the music had to be quality as well, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I knew that I had to go that route. So my boy Julian Jeffries, which is now a co-owner of Mike's Vegan on food truck aspect. He was living in Raleigh, and he let me stay there for a little bit. And he was like, man, this is the type of beats you got to get on. This was, you know, it's an old Biggie beat, but it's like a wave.
Yeah, some
know?
smooth shit, yeah.
So I wrote like 4 different songs to it. And I said, man, I think this is it. And ended up recording it and then recording the album. And then I knew that I wanted to record 4 videos off the album. And that's it, bro. And then I just kept going with that same flow.
Yeah.
For the next 10 years.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, eventually I would look at videographers like yourself or Cool Cannon, and I would just, end up working with y'all because your job is very important in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
It shows your image.
Yeah. Yeah.
It shows what you want people to see of who you are.
Yeah.
Right? So, just kept doing that, man. And I try to, with the songs that you mentioned, like, I've always tried to think outside the box. I always tried to find a way to market. I knew sex sells, so I knew Panama Music was going.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed talking about the song, but it's out there.
Yeah.
And I knew I could get it on World Star Hip Hop, and it would probably do 400,000 views, which it did.
Yeah, and it was dope. It was really dope. The concept was crazy. Like the way y'all put it together and everything was.
It's like what these artists are doing nowadays. They either they paint their fingernails or something to catch what grabs people's attention. What makes me different?
Yeah.
And then some of them go demonic, some of them go intelligent, some of them, it's different styles. What all this is entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, yeah. The first time I seen 6ix9ine, you know what I'm saying, I was kind of like, oh, but I forgot who I was with. I think I was with, SK. Guy been doing music with for a while, but I told him, I said, yo, he's out of here. I said, just, off his demeanor and how he's acting and his hair and all the tattoo. I said, yo, he's out of here. So, yeah.
It's because the industry never seen nothing like that before, right? And the way he's yelling at the mic, it's like it's a different style.
Definitely.
And that's what, at the end of the day, you be yourself authentic, like a Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got people that are really thirsty trying to figure it out. And I was that person at the very beginning, trying to figure out what can pop.
Yeah.
But now you ask me nowadays, what's my music about? And it's authentic. It's what I'm going through, whatever emotion I'm feeling at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yeah, man, the industry is it's just a big entertainment thing, man.
Yeah.
But I'm obsessed with real.
Yeah.
Like right now, at the age I'm at, I'm more, I'm 34. I'm more mature now. I'm on some business type stuff,
Yeah.
So I like entrepreneurial music. You talking about getting money? I'm gonna see how you get the money and how do you discover it? How'd you get to the point of life that you are right now making this song?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So looking at yourself now, and I feel like every artist has to find their sound and find their way and what works for them. So if you could tell, your younger self something, what would it be? Like looking back and saying, bro, do this.
Man, honestly, man, I think everything is lined up to God. I think everything's made how it's supposed to be made.
Mm-hmm.
If I would have been a owner of a restaurant at 20 years old, I wouldn't be the same person I am today. I don't think. I think it was all like a building stage, and I think that every human being has to go through it.
You're right.
Definitely. I think like yourself, man. What would you tell yourself if you was doing this at 20 years old? I mean, it's part of your book.
Yeah, definitely.
That book is beautiful.
Facts.
You can't rewrite that.
Yeah,
you
right.
could add to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've been through some shit.
It's boring if you see a book that says, "Oh, this man has been successful off of nowhere."
Yeah,
it's boring.
Yeah.
Like, wow, but how did he do it?
Mm-hmm.
What's the story? There is no story.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you definitely got to keep writing chapters. You're definitely right. You're definitely right. That's what's up. So, what's been your most memorable, I guess, I would say, song or video, that means so much to you? Or it don't have to be memorable. It could be just like, oh yeah, that was the one right there.
Man, it's probably my Spanish songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was more feeling, man. It was more of myself. I think it's the Spanish songs, man. I can't lie to you, man. I enjoyed every moment of it. I was super happy making those songs.
Yeah.
English songs is like, who am I trying to impress? But with the Spanish, I could just feel the rhythm. You know?
Fast.
I could vibe with it. It makes me feel free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's great. I didn't know that you.
And Spanish is my second language.
Yeah. I didn't even know you spoke Spanish till we were shooting that video that one time, and I had got a shot.
Lyric.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a lyric. It was you were speaking Spanish to the guy that was making the tacos.
Yes.
He wanted me to get a B-roll of that. And I looked at Crown. I was like, "He speaks Spanish?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like,
what's crazy?
I know that.
You know what's crazy, Melly? That we shot that video based on that taco stand.
Oh yeah.
And like 7 years later, I opened a hot dog trailer.
That's crazy. See,
You know,
universe,
like
man.
I never expected to do something like this in my life, man. That's why I said them chapters are beautiful, man. You never know. I mean, Melly, we could talk 5 years from now, and I could be uh, a whole different being, bro.
Yeah,
You
facts.
know, if I'm changing like the seasons, bro. I'm trying to learn how to manage money now. I'm trying to learn how to
Yeah. Oh yeah.
um grow a business, man. I'm trying to learn how to build relationships. I'm learning how to be a better husband, you know, a better father. I mean, bro, who's to say 5 years from now, you know, I'm running for governor or I
Yeah.
don't know, man, you
Yeah.
know, whatever it could be.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
a fact.
I do know that I love to help. I love to be about the community.
Mm-hmm.
I love to I I love to feed people,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. That's
So
what's up.
who knows that I might be in Africa or Panama or somewhere, just you know, doing something that God sent me to do.
Yeah,
You
definitely,
know,
definitely. And now that you say that, man, what was the turning point, like from your music to your food truck? Because I remember seeing something. I don't know exactly where it was, but you said that your wife got you into
yes,
the vegan food.
for sure.
So how was that? Like how was that
But
process
man,
like?
music has always and will always be a part of my life,
Mm-hmm.
right? But there was a moment in my life where I wasn't doing the right things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really wasn't focused on myself, man. I didn't know which route to go. I was lost. And as a hustler, I always try to figure out new ways to make money. Some were good, some were bad.
Yeah.
Some got me in trouble, some got me to this point, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, but I did realize that music wasn't paying the bills.
Yeah, facts.
You know, it was just a dream that I love and that I'm gonna keep doing for the fun. But what can I do to create something powerful
Mm-hmm.
that I could pass down to my child? Because I can't pass down music to my child unless I buy the masters and I'm hitting, you know. And maybe this is your masters until whenever you could pass them on whenever, you know.
Yeah.
But um, this is the first time I'm talking about this, but I never talked about this publicly. But I uh, I was working at Amazon and I would do a little, you know, I would sell a little bit of marijuana here and there.
Yeah.
And now marijuana's legal is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can buy it anywhere. Even I mean, I guess in Cherokee they're opening up a new dispensary now. I mean, it's just
Mm-hmm.
crazy, right? But it was a flower that I fell in love with, and I used to consume. I don't consume it anymore. I get real I don't like to consume that type of stuff no more.
Yeah.
I'm on some healthy type stuff now. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I try to be at least, but I had got arrested for speeding, and I had a little bit over a pound in my car.
Yeah.
And I remember saying like, well, you know, I guess this is my life.
Damn.
You know, I guess this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I end up going to the cell, and I'm only there for like maybe 5 hours. So I get bonded out. Bond was nothing, man. It wasn't that much to keep me forever, you know. It was just like, you got the money to get out. All right, cool.
Yeah.
But in there, I was thinking like, I got on my knees, mainly, and I prayed to God, man. And God is so real, bro.
Mm.
So I asked God, I said, God, please help me understand my life. Like where should I be? You know, what should I be doing? How should I be doing it? You know. And maybe I didn't get the answer then, right then and there. You won't never get the answer there, right? When you talking to him.
Yeah.
But then I went back to work, and then when I came back to work, obviously I missed that day because I got in trouble, right? And they asked where you been. I had to make up. So I was like, no, I just was sick. I forgot to call. I'm sorry. But something clicked with me where I always kept a notebook and a book. Like as soon as the next day I was like, well, like something's got to change. And this happens to a lot of people. Something tragic happens in their life and they change automatically. And this is what changed for me.
Yeah.
So I had a notebook and I had a vision and I had a plan. And I started researching. Hinduism on meditation. I started listening to gurus talk for a while during work. You know, I was just listening like, why is meditation so important? Why do people do it? Obviously, there's millions of people that do it, but why? Why sit there in silence with your eyes closed? What do you figure out?
Yeah.
So I was interested. So I began to practice meditation. And then I also listened to people like Tony Robbins or Patrick McDavid or, people that are wealthy and are helping people to become better persons through personal development or all this stuff. So I figured, well, maybe I should start reading personal development books. Started doing that. Bought a whiteboard. I wrote on the whiteboard the goals I wanted to complete. I would lay beside it. I would look at it every day. Okay, vegan hot dog cart was one of my goals. A vegan hot dog cart. I knew that Charlotte needed something. There's too many bankers down there that come down for lunch that eat these New York style hot dogs that's, in hot dog water, pork,
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't a wave. I knew that if you ate this vegan hot dog, you would feel lighter and go back to work and focus on your work.
Yeah.
You don't want to feel like, oh man, my stomach hurt, or I gotta, I'm tired, So one thing led to another, man. I started practicing meditation. I started reading more books, and I started finding myself, man. I got so deep into meditation one time. I was sitting there for 20 minutes, and the whole room was spinning like I was floating. It was the weirdest thing I ever felt. It was so powerful. And ask me if I felt that again. I have not. Maybe because I got scared. I don't know. So, but anyways, man. So every day, and you could ask my man that got me the job at Amazon, that all the books I used to read and the dreams, and everybody thought I was crazy talking about a vegan hot dog, whatever it was. So then I had a friend call me saying, hey, man, I know you got this dream for a cart, but there's this man out in Chapel Hill that has a trailer for rent. I think it's cool if you go out there and talk to him and see if your idea would work. So, mind you, my wife is pregnant at the time. I don't think we were engaged. Yeah, I think we were engaged. So I said, babe, look, your mom lives in Burlington. My mom lives in Burlington. Chapel Hill's 25 minutes away. If this idea works, do you think your mom will let us stay with them for at least 6 months to figure this business plan out? So, being the loving people that her family is, or my mom, but just my mom didn't have enough space for us. She would have done it too, quick as a heartbeat.
Yeah.
But they had a beautiful home, which they let us stay there. And the guy from the trailer was like, man, this is a great concept. Chapel Hill, all these kids might love that vegan concept. Because it's right there off of Franklin Street. If you know Chapel Hill.
Chapel Hill, Franklin Street.
Yeah, Franklin Street. So, man, I knew a couple of people that could help me out, like with the graphics and stuff like that. A buddy of mine named Will Woodard, he designed the first logo for me and put it up there for free. It's like a lot of stuff was happening from, I guess, the love I spread out in the world, or I don't know, man. Somebody just help you, just to help you.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe you touch them a certain way, like like spiritually, as a friendship, or show them love. Something they're like, man, this is a good dude,
Yeah.
So he put the logo for me, designed it. I created the menu. The menu was crazy, man. It was different, but I had faith in it. So I got the keys to the trailer, not knowing that I needed a commissary kitchen, which a commissary kitchen is a place where you store your extra food because you can't keep all your food in the trailer. But my inventory was so low and my sales were so low, I could.
Yeah.
But by law, you have to keep it at a commissary kitchen. You have to have a commissary kitchen, which is $500 extra to what the payment is on the trailer that I was renting. Right. So mainly, I only had like $5,000 to my name. I had friends help me out here and there and this and that I had to pay back. But the rent on the trailer was $2,500. The down payment was $2,500. So that's all my money, right? But luckily, the gentleman was like, look, just pay me the down payment, figure out everything else. I'll collect that other payment on the back end. So that's what he did. And I try to figure out how I'm going to get people to come here, So, excuse me. So I was looking at other vegan restaurants that were popping in Raleigh, Durham area. And I would look at their Instagram and I would follow their followers. My name is Mike's Vegan Hot Dogs. Vegan's in my title. If they're following a vegan restaurant, why won't they follow mine?
Exactly.
And that's how it happened.
That's what's up.
They started following, so I started following all their followers, man. You know, and then boom, I started getting 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 followers. And the day I opened up, man, I would always keep people up to date. Like, hey, we about to open up. You know, y'all come out grand opening. And my grand opening, I probably had like 20 people on the first day. And I didn't know what to do, man. All I knew was to put the hot dog in the bun. You know, put the toppings on there, however I had it made. You know, and failed at it, bro. I felt terribly. The hot dog weenie would fall out the bottom.
Oh wow.
You know, it was just bad.
Yeah,
right. My wife would just take the orders, write it down on the pad. You know, nowadays they got handhelds and stuff like that, but we had the pad. We was collecting the cash. I had a little square, the little square thing you just put on your phone and swipe. And the hot dog weenie would fall out the bottom because it was so soggy. It was just stuff that you would learn, and that's that part of that chapter that's beautiful. Because you sit there and try to figure this out. You don't want to fail.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to fail, man.
Yeah.
Especially this is the only thing you have that could possibly work. You know, maybe God could bless me off with another idea, but this is the idea right now. How can I get this idea to get off the ground? So, man, people continued after the first day. People, a couple people came the next day. A couple people came the next day, and then sometimes there was a day that I didn't have no customers, bro. Out in the cold, no customers at all. And I remember my wife being like, "Babe, what we gonna do? Mind you, we living with it."
Her parents.
Her parents. She's like, "What we gonna do?" I was like, "Don't worry, God got us. Like, I got this. That's not your job to worry about this.
Yeah.
You know, your job is to be healthy and care about this baby in your stomach because she's coming and we're going to be ready."
Yeah, fast.
So, man, from there, customers kept coming, and then I had another long-time friend come and try the food out, and he was amazed by it and wanted to invest into the product.
Fast.
So I ended up getting a truck first, and then the idea with the truck was to hit every city in North Carolina once a day. So I kept people up to date with that. So I shut the trailer down, and then I started doing Uber and Lyft again until this truck was built. And we just moved out of the house, so I kind of put all the money that I had to get an apartment to show her that we good. And I didn't know how I was going to pay for the remaining of the months until this truck opened up. So I'm like risking it all, bro. Yeah. Like, this is all money in. Like Nip said, man, this is like literally I'm all in. I'm working Uber and Lyft to pay for this apartment. I'm out here 12, 14 hours doing this thing, going to airports, picking people up, just trying to maintain this lifestyle, not knowing that this food truck idea will or will not work.
Yeah.
You know? But I let people know, man, hey, this is when we're going to launch, this and that. So the food truck came, and the first city I believe we hit was Chapel Hill. Mind you, when I got the food truck, it broke down on me 10 minutes when I got it. Transmission issue. So I'm on the side of the highway in December, freezing cold until 4 o'clock in the morning because no tow company wanted to pick me up, and I'm by myself in that truck. Mind you, my phone was dead too.
Sheesh.
So I had to walk up the road and find the phone and call my wife and let her know, and But this is part of the stories, bro.
Yeah,
this is the cool. This is the stuff that's inspiring, right?
Facts.
And I hope to inspire somebody that's going through a new business in life. That, bro, it's not always what you see on social media. It's deep.
Yeah.
It's you're gonna get tested.
Facts.
And I'm sure any entrepreneur like yourself, bro, that could tell you stories that's happened that you didn't think was supposed to happen. It's supposed to be a beautiful journey, but this entrepreneurship is not a beautiful journey.
It's not.
And that's why so many business owners are tough.
Yeah.
That's why they probably anal about certain things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you didn't see where they're there. You're just there for a paycheck right now.
Yeah.
It's deep. It's deep.
It
right?
definitely is. It definitely is.
So, man, the first city. So prior then, bro, I used to go in the shower and I would do affirmations. I'm still on this meditation journey, and the affirmations would be Mike's Vegan Cookout was the name of it now. We do $1,000 a day.
Yeah.
Mike's Vegan Cookout would do $1,000 a day. Mike's Vegan Cookout, over and over in my head. Bro, we went to Chapel Hill. My highest day was $500.
Wow.
Bro, that first day I went to Chapel Hill, I did $1,600.
Fast.
And never looked back.
That's what's up, man.
Never looked back.
Yeah, it's definitely inspiring, man. Definitely inspiring. And I tell my girl the same thing because she bakes cakes. I always had it in her blood, man. And when I first started dating, I was like, yo, you need to, really do something with this, man. You need to, start a business with this.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And she's into the nursing work and stuff like that. And I've always had an image in my head like, yo, if you got a niche for something, you'll never go broke. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll always have that. You won't have to work for nobody and everything. So I'm steady telling her as the years go by. And she's just now like really taking it serious, getting her LLC, going to different festivals and selling these,
Doing the
cakes and
groundwork.
stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, you doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Man, there's a lot of beautiful stories that start like that.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
Facts.
picking up your trailer or picking up a tent, setting it up, going to this event, and all of a sudden you a big sensation. But people think you just made it there. They don't know the story. They just know because somebody told them that was good.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know? Which is beautiful too.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. Word of mouth is so powerful, bro.
Yeah.
I think that's what helped out this business so much was word of mouth.
Yeah.
You know, but that groundwork, man, is
It's tough.
It's tough, right?
It's definitely tough, man. It's
So
definitely tough.
any entrepreneur listening to this, man, or a future entrepreneur, just know that the beginning, the middle, and possibly the end is always going to be tough.
Yeah.
And there's a difference between working in the business or working on the business.
Facts. Now, I heard that you say, earlier that, it is a vegan restaurant.
Yes.
And it is plant-based.
Plant-based.
But is there a difference between the two or?
No, I think plant-based is plant-based.
Yeah.
I think I mean it depends. There's raw vegans, there's I just call it vegan in general, bro. Plant-based I think is more of like a urban term to describe my type of food, which is burgers, hot dogs, stuff like that. That's plant-based.
Yeah,
you
facts.
know, it's a hot dog, but it's plant-based.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it makes it sound doper. It's made from plants.
Cool,
You know?
cool.
But vegan is vegan, bro, and yeah, bro, it's a blessing to be in this position, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Now, before you started, you went vegan. I know you said that your wife, put you onto vegan food.
Yes.
What was your day-to-day eating like? You know what I'm saying? Like your diet like?
At the beginning, it was really tough, but it's good to have somebody guide you. You know, like I would buy the stuff that was in the vegan section, and it would still contain milk in it. It was a cheese, and she was like, "Nah, ain't it. You got to read the ingredients.
Yeah.
The ingredients tell you everything." So,
That's-
man, from there I just started looking at ingredients. It's like making sure that this doesn't contain milk or eggs or anything like that. But man, my go-to at one point to make, because I was always on the road, trying to figure out life.
Yeah.
And I would do the Taco Bell thing, hack, get a Fiesta style or get a bean burrito, no cheese, add guacamole.
Oh, okay.
And I did that, and I still lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
It's the vegan life, man. If you want to lose weight, stick with it for a month, and you see what happened to you. People gonna think you're on drugs.
Yeah, and I remember looking at your Instagram. I was like, damn, Mike lost a lot of. I really thought that something was going on with you.
Nah,
and
it was
everything.
that
Yeah,
vegan,
so
that plant, that vegan, them plants, bro. Them plants, they are easy to digest. They are easy to. They don't sit in your stomach for days. When you eat a piece of steak, how long does it take for that steak to digest?
Yeah, definitely.
But a plant's gonna digest quick. It's gonna come in, it's gonna come out. What it's supposed to do. That's what the bowel movement's for. That's.
Yeah. Now when it comes to your kid, are you embedding that vegan lifestyle?
She's 1,000% vegan.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, she's 1,000% vegan, and her mother is a blessing, bro. My daughter's super healthy. She's funny, she's live, she's lit, but in a good way, She glows to me.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe one time she did get a piece of cake or something like that, or cheese by accident, without we didn't know. And she had like bad stomach aches for like 4 days. So we knew like, okay, what is this from? And then we found out she had eaten something.
Yeah, definitely.
And it definitely messed us up. So if you're telling me like somebody's just been vegan since birth and they come and eat something at 4 years old or 3 years old and it's messing their stomach up for days, what's that do to the average? I guess we just adapt because we're like, I don't know.
Yeah, definitely. Now I see that you got, what's it, 4 restaurants? Well, 3, but you're working on 1 right now.
Right now it's a food truck and 2 restaurants.
Okay, great.
And then Pizza Paradise. So 2 food trucks, 2 restaurants, and then we're working on a 3rd one now.
Okay, I seen that you was gonna do it out in Wilmington.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why Wilmington?
Wilmington. I never been to Wilmington with the food truck before.
Yeah.
Right, but I see something that I don't see in a lot of cities.
Mm-hmm.
I see the movement of free.
Yeah.
And I think that's what veganism is free.
Yeah.
You know, it's free spirit, it's good. I mean, it's just like the vibes, you know.
Yeah, I like Wilmington.
And I've always wanted to be by the beach. And Wilmington, I used to go with my friends in high school for the the beach for the weekend with their family or whatever.
Yeah.
And Wilmington was always a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And I happened to have a good buddy that was my roommate. I believe when we shot the video, his name Big Whiskey. He was a rapper at one point, and he's ready to jump on board and be a partner. So he lives out in Wilmington, and I kind of talked to him about it, and then it took him like a year or something to get back to me. Like, hey man, I'm tired of this corporate life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Mike, let's do it.
Fast.
So I was like, all right, bro, let's find a location. You know, and he found a couple, and none of them really stuck to me to this one place, which it's like a masterpiece, man. It's dope. It's called the Cargo District, and the gentleman that built the Cargo District is a genius. I think he doesn't think that of himself, but he knows that. I mean, people think he is, and I know he is a genius, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He takes these containers, which are on ships or back of 18-wheelers, and he just plays Tetris with them. He just stacks them and splits them up, and not only is it art, but it's a hell of a real estate move. Because he's taking these containers and he's splitting them in half and charging, different prices for different, all these units.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's different. So, I mean, I think that the Cargo District is going to be talked about 100 miles away.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't been to the Cargo District yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to see that place. And I said, man, why not be a part of that? Let's do it.
Okay. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I like that. Now, when you first got, the Greensboro area together, because I know I would go onto your Instagram and you was like, yo, we're working on this, we're working on that, and it kind of, I know it felt like to you, that it was a lot of red tape with it. Mm-hmm. To somebody that's actually trying to start a restaurant or whatever, like what some of the things that you need to look for from different cities, to make it work?
Man, first of all, if you're trying to start a restaurant, I wouldn't start a restaurant.
Yeah.
No, it's too much of a risk.
Facts. Yeah.
And if and I highly doubt a lease would be given to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because how are you committed to pay that lease?
Yeah.
What are you going to show me that you're going to, how are you going to pay this lease?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how are you going to be able to pay to keep the lights on,
Yeah.
And then you're signing for 5 years, 10 years, man. People are looking for something they can lock in.
Yeah.
And not worry about getting their monthly return.
Yeah.
Fast. So I think either do like your wife, is that right?
Yeah. Well, my girl.
Your girl, do like what she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
Go to pop-ups, or start a food trailer or a food truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those will give you an idea if your concept works. And what's beautiful about that is that you can always change the concept if it doesn't work.
Yeah.
You own the piece. So what can we do now? Let's do donuts. Oh, donuts didn't work. Well, let's do a hibachi truck. Or what a hibachi didn't work. I mean, try something out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you really like the restaurant game, you obviously know how to cook.
Yeah.
So whip something that people like.
Fast.
And then try to make it try to find the niche in that,
Mm-hmm.
Try to, if it's pancakes, make the best damn pancakes and brand it as pancakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what's up.
You
Now,
know?
now is there anything that you had on the menu, then you found out like, oh, people didn't like it, or this is
all the
not
time.
it? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All the time, and that's why I like to bring out new items to see how people would
I was gonna do. Yeah.
react to them. We had like a meatless meatball sub.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I did market it correctly or not, but we would probably only sell like once a week. I definitely took that off.
Oh wow.
I had these things called tornadoes, which they were cool, man. It's just the time of spinning to potato and making it stretch out and then dropping it in the deep fryer. It was a process.
Yeah. Fast.
I launched that with Mike's vegan hot dogs, and then I did it for like the first month on the cookout in the truck.
Yeah.
and it was just too much of a work. Maybe we could bring those back and see if they work, but I never brought it back. Right, and there's a bunch of different stuff like that I never brought back. We did a chicken marinara sandwich. Didn't work out.
Okay.
But there's items like the Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah.
That made a big impact, and it's probably our number one seller to this day.
That's what's up.
The Philly cheesesteak was something that I loved when I used to, eat meat, right?
Yeah.
As a Philly, like wherever it was from. And I said, well, let's try to do this. So I add a little bit of ingredients to it and try to make it with love like I do everything else. And
Yeah, fat.
I think I made a 24 karat Philly. And I did a video, 24 karat, and I'm dancing with the Philly, right? And that thing got like maybe 70,000 views. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to do the gold, but I'm going to do the Philly. Because I was planning on charging $100 for this Philly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because branding. Like, I was just going to
fast.
brand this Philly as gold, and it's going to be the first vegan gold Philly in the world, right? But I noticed that you have to be really careful laying those gold foils on it. You got to kind of be like, you have to have the special tongs, and we didn't have time for that.
Yeah, I understand.
We're not that type of restaurant.
Yeah.
So I said, let's launch the Philly. Boom, man. We went crazy with them, bro. Still going crazy to this day.
That's what's up.
We probably sold over 20-some thousand Phillies since we opened the restaurant.
Yeah. Okay. And I also saw that celebrity, what's her name?
Tabitha?
Tabitha Brown.
Yes.
Yes. How did that come about?
Tabitha she's such a beautiful soul, man.
Definitely. I didn't even know she was from North Carolina too.
Yeah,
originally.
she is such a warming soul, man. You could feel her energy. What you see online is what she is, man.
Yeah,
She's done so much impactful stuff in the world as far as veganism or just being herself as the world's auntie, right?
Yeah.
And if you're having a bad day, she goes through her emotion stages. And like humans, bro, she expresses herself all the time.
Yeah.
And I think that's what grabbed the America's world, like her attention.
Yeah,
know?
definitely.
And Tabitha, I think I always do stuff when I want to get somebody's attention is like, hey, make sure y'all tag this person in this post. And I would get like 100 tags. Some people would just tag whoever.
Yeah.
Or whoever I say. So I think I was tagging Tabitha Brown, and it probably got like 200 tags.
Wow.
So if somebody's tagging you 100 times, you're like, man, hold up, what the heck is going on?
Yeah,
I don't care how big you are. You see 200 people saying the same post, you're like, hold up, I got to check this out.
Yeah.
I think I heard Gary Vee say something like that. If you want somebody's attention, man, shout them out, tag them, tell people to tag them. If you got that, I think Rick Ross said the same thing. Like, that's how he got Meek Mill.
Yeah.
People were just tweeting Meek Mill, and that's how I did it, man. And then one time she was in Greensboro, and we were in the food truck. We were at off of Gate City where the restaurant is now, just a little bit down.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, hey, Tabitha Brown just hit us up. Oh, my gosh, she hit us up on IG. I said, what? Like, what she want? So she asked for what she wanted, and I think we gave her the whole menu.
Damn.
For free. Like,
What's up?
just for the love. Thank you for who you are, Not knowing is it a front that she's doing or is this really her?
Yeah.
So, man, she gives us the address to where she's at, and we get up to her room, and we knock on the door, and boom. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Phone's right in the face.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, snap, this is real. And I don't know, like at the beginning of this podcast, I was a little nervous. Like my voice was slipping. And that's how I was, I get like that.
Yeah.
It's human. I'm just a human, I'm just nervous. And I was nervous, and she put me on the camera. She was like, all right, y'all tell me y'all story. And me and my wife in there, we just telling the story, kind of like what I'm doing now. And then she lets the whole family try it. So we kind of like, all right, thank y'all so much. We leave, and then like 30 minutes later, the video's up. Boom. 10 minutes long.
Wow.
She got the whole family trying out every piece of this menu.
That's crazy. Damn, that's love, man.
Yeah, man. And from there, bro, I think I gained like 20,000 followers.
Wow.
Off the rip. And from there on out, for like the next 3 months, I would have, as soon as I pulled up to a location, 50 people ready to eat.
That's crazy.
So the impact of a person or a celebrity that's touched other people can help your brand so much.
Yeah, and it goes as little as a tag, man. It's crazy.
That's it, man. And I see like Mr. Chom Tom. He's a food reviewer. He's done a review for us, but he goes to these businesses. Maybe he'll talk bad about something, but it's his honest opinion.
Yeah.
But he'll help out a person, and there'll be lines for days for this place.
Yeah.
You know, just the impact that you give out in the world, and people follow it, and people are interested. You know, you tell me that there's a place better than mine, I want to go try it out.
Yeah, fast. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I like that, man.
yes.
Okay, now what is Mike Vegan's Grill? What is your dream location?
Man, that's a good question, because you know I have a lot of dreams, right? And I don't even know if my partner knows this, but a dream location of mine would be on somewhere tropical, man.
Yeah.
Somewhere on an island that's fire. I would love to retire there and just walk to my restaurant, and you know, I don't know. I feel like I've always been like a tropical kid. I love the beach.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
I love palm trees. I love the white sand. I love the smell. I love that. So
And I
anytime
like
I'm at the beach, I try to find nice restaurants, and that's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And look, it's at Wilmington, but I mean, Wilmington is part of North Carolina. I'm just talking about like Panama, for instance, like somewhere tropical, or the Bahamas or something. You know.
Yeah.
That would probably be the dream, man.
Yeah. Okay. So nowhere like Pacific, but just somewhere like on a beach or
somewhere.
that tropical feel.
Maybe it'll happen when I'm, you know, if God gives me life till 50 or whatever. You know, hopefully one day I will have even if it's not Mike's Vegan, it's some type of restaurant that's plant based.
Yeah. Definitely.
By the water. You know?
I like that, and that would be dope. That would be dope
Yeah,
to
man. Just go out
go to Carousel or something. We just got back from Carousel, so that would be dope to see a Mike's Vegan restaurant.
like St. Thomas or
Yeah.
wherever, you
Yep,
know?
exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
And it's on the water. The water's crystal clear, and people are out sitting like, you know, those man-made, like, it's like a deck, but it's in the water. I don't know what they're called. But, you know, people just eating it in the water. They could look over, looking at fit, you know? Cool, man.
Okay. Now, is there anything that you want to add to Mike's Vegan Grill before, like, because you know I know that you're always adding things, but like, do you want to have like drinks, you know, anything like that, or just
we've talked about it.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing a Mike's Vegan 2.0.
Yeah. That's dope.
But the thing is, you know, we're a family-oriented restaurant.
Facts.
If we did something like that, it would have to make sense. You know,
Yeah.
we don't want to mess up what we have.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, if you're able to bring your kids there and they can have a good time, take pictures of whatever the vibe is, and I don't know, man. We definitely talked about having alcoholic drinks at one point, but you know, I don't drink, man.
Yeah.
I don't drink, so why would I put something in that, you know?
It's something that you don't do. Yeah, I feel you.
Is it for the money? No, man.
Yeah.
We're here touching people's lives, man.
Yeah.
We're here changing the world one burger at a time.
That's what's up.
So
That's what's up. Yeah. And one thing when me and my girl went there, man, like as soon as I walked in, you know, I used to always tell her, I was like, yo, the vibe in any place is what I'm for. Like, you know, food comes second, but definitely the vibe of the place. Like when I walk in, I want to feel like that. Oh yeah, this is a vibe. So that's one thing that I noticed when I walked into your restaurant. You know, I love the vibe. I like, you know, saying the way you had the layout and the colors and, you know, the neon signs and stuff like that. Like, you know, just like with this place, I wanted to create a home studio vibe.
beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? That's just what I like and what I grew up on.
I've seen your
You know what I'm
videos,
saying?
man.
Yeah.
I'm like, that place is
I
fire.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we still working at it, man. I know it's gonna take a while to get it, you know, how I want it.
Yes.
But, you know, we've been here for 6-7 years, man. This is
Building a brand.
Yeah, this is my second home right here, man. I'm
I
always
know
up
it,
here.
bro.
Yeah.
I know it.
That's
And
what's
you're strong about your vision, bro. I've seen
Definitely.
it. And I don't know you like that, Melly, but I know of you and I've worked with you.
Yeah.
But I've always knew you was a visionary and you doing
too.
stuff that you love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody's telling you like this, Bubba. Who you're in Asheboro, like a recording studio in Asheboro, but no, but Melly did it. Why? Because you visualized that.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that because, you know, my initial thing was to take it to Greensboro, but I was like, yo, there's so many studios in Greensboro. There's nothing in my hometown. And plus I know if, if I do it here, then people from, Thomasville, Mount Gilead,
Gonna touch it.
they ain't got no studios down there. I know they're gonna gravitate to here,
Yes.
before they go to Greensboro. So that was kind of like my whole thing for it. But and my brother used to tell me, like, that's one thing about you, bro. Like, you'll always do something, no matter if you fail. You'll always swing for the fence. And a lot of people be stuck in the same place because they're scared of failure. You can't be scared of that.
And Melly, I don't know, understand
Yeah.
why, man. You only
Yeah.
got one life.
Exactly.
As long as you're not doing nothing wrong,
Mm-hmm.
that you know in your heart is wrong, man,
Yeah.
go for it. Go
Facts.
reach for the sky, bro.
Exactly.
Never hold back, and
Mhm.
no idea is a dumb idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, maybe you could brainstorm and be like, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, well, but it doesn't matter what I think. It's about the heart you put into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, with me failing over and over and over again and being homeless and things that I went through my life, man, it's just like I just take, the mistakes that I've made and don't do them again. Like, that's one thing about me. If I mess up, I can own up to that mess up and say, okay, I did that, don't do it again. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And that's the same thing with relationships. In my past, I fucked up. I know not to do it again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's growing pains. But yeah, that's really dope, man. And like I said, I've been wanting to get you onto this podcast just to pick your brain and everything. And yeah, you're right. We don't know each other like that, but just
We
seeing
know of each other and
Yeah.
we've worked together.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. But just seeing your growth and everything, I love it, man.
Thank you,
and
brother.
And then also bringing people that have the same vision, like Raphael,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Now, I wanted to talk about that too. With
Yes, of course.
the Pizza Paradise.
Yes.
Where did that come about?
Pizza Paradise, I mean, as a kid, I've always loved pizza.
Mm-hmm.
During Mike's Vegan Cookout stage, now it's the grill, but during the cookout stage, I had an extra truck. And I wanted to do pizza with it, man. So I was like, it's got to be an easy concept. You just put the toppings on there, create a dope menu, or they could just build their own, but make it vegan.
Yeah.
Make it taste better or equal to mozzarella. Make it be so like Mike's Vegan Cookout or grill right now, right?
Definitely.
So it was called at the time it was Mike's Pizza Planet. I had wrapped the truck and everything. I already had it ready. I bought this $25,000 oven, conveyor belt. I was ready to go. But there was a person in my life at the time that held me back from that, and didn't let me expand my full capacity as a visionary or as a person of action.
Yeah.
And he told me, man, it's not the right time. We need to focus on Mike's, And that's important too, man. The people that you surround yourself with,
For a fact.
Like my man to the left of me, man, I would do anything for this man. He's in the year and a half time that we've been together, man, he's changed my life drastically. Him and his family.
That's what's up.
And I think it's the energy of somebody saying, man, go.
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Yeah.
You want it this color? We'll paint it this color. You want to do it this way? You do it this way. But I'm with you.
Yeah.
When you have somebody, when you're working on a business with another person and y'all both the same people, it's never gonna work out. You're always gonna find conflict.
Yeah.
But when you understand everybody's role and respect and trust,
Yeah.
you could take over the world.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
And so with that being said, I never went through with Pizza Planet.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of like stopped the trucks, and I told my partner Horace, I said, Horace, man, we got this truck. What should we do with it? And I've always talked about the pizza idea. And maybe we go back and forth a couple of times. He's like, you know what, Mike, fuck it, let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. So we launched it. Well, no, we didn't launch it yet. We paid for the wrap. We did all this mistakes that it kind of set us back very far. And we were in the hole, man. So we were like, what can we do with it? So I knew that Raphael was looking for a business opportunity, right? I just didn't know where to plug him in. It was either Mike's Vegan or the Pizza Paradise. And Ralph is a brand himself. He's been building his brand. He's a people's person. He knows how to work the camera. So why not call it Pizza Paradise by Ralph?
Facts.
You know, by Raphael.
Yeah, that's dope.
So it's his concept.
Yeah,
You know, and it is, bro. His heart, his energy is all him.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
him, bro. He is the face of that thing right now.
Yeah.
Mike's is just the backup. Like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
we work together.
Yeah, that's dope.
So Raphael said, "Yeah, man, let's do it. I'm with it. Let's do it." I said, "Cool, bro. All right." But then we knew that we couldn't launch immediately.
Yeah,
There has to be stuff in play before we launch. But the urge and you know, he's never been in, you know, he's never had something like this before. He know music. Let's go record in the studio and be done with it. It's not like this when it's a whole different game. And he knows that. He could tell you right now on a podcast what we've done to build him to where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't just get there by saying, "Oh, just open it up." That's how I did with the hot dog culture.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I messed up terrible.
yeah.
But it was a learning lesson. But
Yeah.
now when you got help and somebody that has knowledge in that, listen to them first.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a lot of stuff that Horace tells me, I have to listen because he's been here.
Yeah.
This is I only been in the restaurant for a year, bro. A year was May 2nd.
Mm.
You know, food truck and restaurants is two different ball games, but the food truck game I got.
Yeah.
You know, so Ralph jumped in quick, man. Let's open it up. Fuck. All right, let's open it up. Let's open it up. You know what I mean? We ain't got the inventory set. We ain't got nothing. We jumping
ready.
from here to here like back in my days. Like, we going to the food line to get this. We're going over here to get that. All over the place.
Yeah.
And that's not how you run this thing, bro.
Yeah.
You're going to drive yourself crazy.
Facts.
You have to have things in play, bro. Everything has a play. Everything has a strategy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People don't see that type of stuff, right?
I bet so.
They just
I
think
know
that, hey, the food's coming from the sky. You just open up the doors, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, customers are coming right around the corner. We gonna get them all. It ain't like that, Brody.
I feel you. I feel
You know? So, he launched and I helped him for like 2 weeks, bro. And we were stuck. And the reason why we were stuck is because the engine worked. And my partner said, "Look, man, we are not gonna run this business if the engine don't work." And I said, and this is my mistake. I said, "Let's just try it, bro. Like, let's just see what it does." You know, he was right, bro. We needed the engine fixed. You know, we're gonna go back to the old strategy that did work, hitting city to city. So the conversation was tough when I had to go back to him and say, "Look, man, bro, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to work in a restaurant for a little bit to get your feet, your legs right. You get your management skills up."
Yeah.
And that was a tough conversation to have because he was like, "Man, I'm already opened up. What do you mean?" Sometimes you got to take 2 steps backwards to go 1 forward, right?
Facts.
So he's in the restaurant killing it, brother. And the engine should be ready in about 4 weeks. So by then, Raphael Randolph will be ready to take on North Carolina.
That's what's up, man. He's a good dude too, man.
Yeah, he's a very humble dude, man. And if you've never tried the pizza, don't be scared. You're going to be blown away.
Yeah, yeah. And that's why I told him on Instagram. I was like, man, I got to come up there. Like,
Yes.
you know, me and my girl automatically wanted to go up there.
So he's been working in a restaurant for the past 2 months now. And then we came up with this idea. It was like, hey, man, let's just launch the pizzas. And we got an oven. Let's launch the pizzas in the restaurant, see how they go.
Yeah.
And that man, every customer come, "Hey, you ain't tried our pizza yet?"
That's what's up. That's what's
You ain't
up.
tried our pizza yet? He's selling the heck out of them. You know
That's
what I
what's
mean?
up.
Like he's making sure that he's putting an impact. And I told him in this business, you got to touch one person at a time, bro.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you make that connection. And every person that walks through them doors, man, it's important to, "Hey, welcome to the grill. How you doing today, man?" Somebody can be having the worst day, but with all these affirmations in the wall, you know, saying that this must be the place, you know, the world is yours, smile, you know, whatever I had in the restaurant. But this is a positive place, and we want to make people happy when they leave out of here. And like my partner said, man, a restaurant is a vacation and home, right? So like
Damn,
when
I've
you
never
and
heard that.
when
That's
you and
dope.
your wife go out to eat,
Yeah.
it's like y'all on vacation.
Facts.
You know, you're going to this place, you're away from everything else. Y'all going to this new place, y'all trying it out, right? So that's how we should look at restaurants.
Yeah. Man, that's dope. I've never heard that. That's dope.
Yeah, man, it's real. And I thought about that. I mean, it's like me and my dad, we used to go to this place and eat there, and it would just get away from everybody. Or me and my mom would go to a Mexican restaurant, and you know, it's just those memories that you build with it, too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. I like that, man.
It's dope,
Like
right?
that. Yeah, that's very dope.
And when I heard that, I was like, damn, that's right, bro. So, and I think this was before we were designing the place,
Mm.
you know. And then I was like, shit, this place has to be Instagram ready,
Yeah.
you know. Came up with the color scheme. Man, that flower wall you see in there, that was made from hand.
Yeah.
Everything in there was made from hand. My man Julian Jeffries did the paintings on the little island that's in there. All the graphics was made through a graphic designer I've been working with since the music. So he's still around.
That's what's up.
Bro, we got the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We got the pieces to expand. We got the pieces to take this to the level we want to. But we're just playing chess right now.
Yeah.
And we're making sure that the people come in, even if they can get in, are willing to put the work just like we did.
Definitely.
And have the same vision and treat the business like they love it like I do. Or like Horace does.
Yeah, you got to.
Or like my wife, you know?
Yeah, yeah. And it's hard to find those kind of people too.
Like,
man.
we don't want to take this business and make thousands of them and have thousands of franchisees, man. Like, that's not the we're not going to McDonald's route.
Yeah.
You know, if I'm no longer here and my daughter decides to do that, then that's on her, you know. But hopefully that wasn't the whole point of this, is to make as much money as you can. Now let's live, a beautiful life is good.
Yeah.
But the impact that you put in the world is more important.
Your legacy, definitely.
So what we're doing now is we're trying to make the world a better place, man.
Great.
You know, I'm thinking we're doing God's work, bro. You know, we're not slaughtering anything. We're not killing anything. We're handing out positivity. You know,
dope,
and like every vegan restaurant is.
Yeah.
Some may be in it for the money, but the money's good, bro. Don't get me wrong. You gotta have money to live.
Yeah.
But the idea that flourishes and you create, and it's this now, it's even more beautiful. And the people that you come in, you know them by their first name, and you know, it's bigger than having 1,000 of them, man.
Yeah, it's the vibe, it's the energy, man. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely
so
love that.
You know, I think with like I told my partner, so I would let her have 100 of them one day. But honestly, bro, 100 is a realistic number, right? But if we have a good solid 10 individuals that we know everything about and we build a bond through, why can't all 10 of us grow these 100?
Definitely. Now, if you was to grow like 100 of them, which I definitely see everything growing for you. Like I definitely see it. Like from the jump, I've saw everything like, elevate.
Thank you, bro.
How would you do that? The maintain the quality of the restaurant, because when you get 100, it is hard to maintain.
Yes,
of course. But how would you do that? Saying running I know you would probably have different people on staff.
Yeah,
but
Melly, that is a question that we've all thought about many times. Obviously, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be a beautiful journey. But that's what we're doing now, is we're building those pieces to see if we can create something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
We got the distributors. We got the operations. We got everything to do it. We got the POS. We know what the flow is. We know what type of people we need to hire for this process.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, 100 it is a tough number, man. But like, if we were to go 100, we would be basically corporate, and everything would be out of the box, made how it's made, and that's kind of scary too.
Yeah.
But if you have 10 and those solid 10 are doing great and they're all made with love, bro, I think it's more impactful than 100.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I definitely like that.
But yeah, it is scary though, right? But bro, it's one life, man, and if God gives me 100, we'll do 100. If God says, Mike, you're gonna open up 100, then we're gonna open up 100.
That's what's up, man.
And that's what's important about the operators. The operators help ensure the quality of the product. You know? So that's why I'm saying those solid 10, that we're all on the same wavelength. We all know our positions.
Yeah.
It may be 20. I mean, but right now I think we have 7. 7 strong fellas, man, and we have meetings every week, and we discuss how the week was.
I've seen that.
And we talk about new ideas. We talk about how we're going to market this week. What happened with this review right here? Like, why was this lady upset? about what happened. You know, we just kind of revamp the week every week.
Definitely.
And them Google reviews, man, that's
man. Everything.
Hey, I don't want to even get started with that, man, because
everything.
like I said, bro, you see how much emotion I talk with this, and
Yeah.
people to go in there and give you 1 star and trash your business, like
Yeah.
it's heartbreaking, man, because you got people to feed in there. They got families. You got, but they don't care. I mean, that's the freedom of speech, man. That's that's one thing that America's big on, freedom of speech.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's cool, man. But and we take those and we try our best to recuperate that. Like we try to fix that as much as we can. So if you seen a 1 star on there, trust me, we've reached out to them.
Yeah.
We made sure we try to make up for what we did.
And that's everything for, a company or a restaurant to just, touch people or, follow up with people. Or you had with my situation, automatically you hit me up, boom, you know what I'm saying, and fixed it. So, that means everything, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely, man. So, one more question that I wanted to ask you, and I ask everybody this: what is your 5-year plan? With everything that you got going on in your life, what's your 5-year plan?
5-year plan is to expand as much as I can.
Okay.
5-year plan is to expand as much as I can, and make sure we do it in a very strategic way.
Facts.
And it's meaningful, and we're just not throwing up mics. That's not what we want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I looked at a spot in Burlington. I said to my partner, he was like, "Mike, man, that's I know that's your hometown, but what's the big play here? Are we just throwing mics up just to see if it works?"
Mm-hmm.
We're not.
Yeah.
We're not on that wave. So 5-year plan is to make sure my partnership with my brother right here is stronger than ever. Make sure that I'm still happily married with my beautiful wife and my daughter, and make sure that all the partners are on the same wavelength and happy and successful as well. Man, that's a tough question because you don't know what could happen in 5 years.
Facts.
But you could plan on it. And I think we have the right path and we have the right play now to think about a 5-year.
Yeah.
Some people that have nothing going on, and just a recording artist, and you ask them, what's your 5-year plan? Oh, I'm trying to get to the Grammys. Well, how are you going to get to the Grammys? What's your strategy to get there? How much money you invest in here? Who are you recording with? What videos are you shooting? You can't just come up with you could dream. Dreams are free, and dream as big as you want. But let's be realistic on your dream.
Exactly.
And that's the part people don't want to hear.
Yeah.
They don't like for somebody to be real with them.
Yeah, exactly.
So when you're an artist and you with these big execs and you like, I'm the biggest artist. They're like, they look at you like, bro, you don't even know. I've been in the industry 20 years. Bro.
Yeah, we don't seen 100 of you. Yeah, exactly.
We've seen thousands of you, millions of you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So when you have the right plan, the right vision, timing is everything. So next we have Wilmington, and eventually, I've mentioned these. We want to open up Winston-Salem.
Facts.
And we want to open up Raleigh, and I think we're just going to let it run for a little bit.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
And not get carried away ourselves. I know with the team we have, we can manage 20 restaurants, but we're not going that route. We're going to hold it down. We're going to make sure everybody's good. Make sure the quality is great. Make sure the hospitality is there. Make sure the quality is there. Make sure, I think I said quality already. Make sure everything's in order. And, if they're doing well, then, hey, are you good for another one? Are you good for another one? Well, let's go.
That's great, man. That's great. Yeah, definitely, man. Mike, you got an inspiring story, man. For real.
Thank you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of things that are, like I've been following your career for as long as I can remember, and it's a lot of stuff that I didn't even know about you. So, man, I'm definitely glad we got you.
Likewise, Melly, man. And like I said, man, it's an honor to be here, brother. And I've seen you grow too, Melly.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen you grow tremendously, bro. I've seen you shoot videos. I can't believe you even been in there and shooting them.
Thanks.
And may God always continue to bless you and your family, bro, and in your journey. You have a beautiful journey, and your quality is what's important.
Thank you.
And you know that.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've been a big person on quality, and that's a big piece in your business.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, man. Any shout outs that you want to give, man?
Yeah, I want to shout out my wife, my beautiful wife. I want to shout out my daughter. I want to shout out my brother Horace that's beside me right now. I want to shout out the whole Mike's Vegan Grill team, Ralph Randolph, Waleed, I love you, brother. Julian Jeffries, Ryan Septembre. Did I say Ralph already? Again, another Ralph Randolph again. Who am I missing? Oh, Big Whiskey. Yeah, Big Whiskey. He's new. He's new. He's been my brother for a long time, but his name is Alex Mitchell, and he's running the Wilmington market, and we're going to make sure that we do the best that we can in Wilmington, North Carolina, and touch vegans and non-vegans on this food and this blessing and this positivity, and continue to make things shake.
That's what's up, man. Thank you,
Yes,
Mike,
sir.
for coming
Man,
in.
thank you, brother. It's an honor.
Always,
Yes, sir.
man. Always.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
And my girl was like, see if Mike could bring she named something on your menu and everything.
We
and I was like,
there. That's where
and I was like,
we could have brought anything you wanted.
yeah,
man.
so I was like, she always trying to eat,
we were
man.
15
So
minutes early too, you know.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Had
But
time
yeah,
to whip it up.
yeah, she was like, tell Mike I want this. I'm like,
Look,
leave that man alone.
Next time y'all come to the restaurant, the meal's on the house.
I appreciate that,
you
man.
And your
Thank
girl,
you.
Man.
I appreciate
Honestly,
that.
man.
Thank you.
Pizzas, but I give you 2 combos, but whatever you want.
I appreciate that, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
love. That's
Thank
love
you,
for me.
brother.
Oh,
Thank
yeah,
you for this
definitely.
opportunity, man.
No
And
doubt.
I hope it touches somebody out there that's trying to figure out the restaurant business. And I hope that I kind of clarified things on the journey, you know.
Definitely.
On how to start and where to go from there.
It's great, man.
You know, I don't have all the answers. I'm still learning. And
Yeah.
I don't think in life we figure out all the answers.
Yeah. Yeah, just
So,
working towards it, man. That's all you can do.
That's
Just
all,
work
that's
towards
all
it.
you can do.
That's what's
But
up.
there have been people that's created something big like McDonald's, and it's worked for them. But
Yeah.
you know, we're trying to go this route. So, Melly, I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, no doubt, no
Yes,
doubt. Let me
sir.
do this outro. Yo, this is your boy Robert Medley, man, coming out of the Medley Media Podcast, the dopest podcast in North Carolina. Yeah, I said it. The dopest podcast in North Carolina. And as always, as you can remember, pull up, shoot, edit, repeat. Peace.
Let's get it.